Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your September 2016 General Tarot Forecasts. And this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So as always, please remember that these are general readings, so they're not going to apply to everybody watching. You can watch your moon sign and rising sign readings for additional advice or additional messages. Or you can get a private reading. Just follow the link in the description box below, and that way you can have a reading that's specific to just you. But for the time being, when it comes to these general readings, just use your intuition to take away the messages that do resonate with you in this general reading. Okay, so Libra. You've got a few major arcana cards in your reading talking about some divine intervention, okay, energy happening for you in the month of September. It's important that you act when you have to act, but also that you step back and allow things to happen, okay, that you go with the flow. And I feel like you're going to have a really great month, okay? You have all positive cards, seriously. So, at the bottom of the deck, representing your overall energy for the month of September, we have the Ace of Coins. And the Ace of Coins is awesome. It's beautiful. It talks about new beginnings that bring you stability. So this can represent a new job. This can represent a new way of making money. This can represent a new source of income or additional source of income. This can represent a new home, a new business that you're starting, or new relationships that you're starting, okay? Or, you know, taking relationships to the next level, new beginnings in existing relationships, or new beginnings in existing jobs. The Ace of Coins, it is, like I say, it's gorgeous energy. I love the Ace of Coins because it talks about something with great potential entering your life that is meant to bring you stability, security, comfort, abundance. And so whatever that means for you, if it's connected to a job, that's what it is. If it's connected to your money, if it's connected to love, if love gives you a sense of security and abundance, and that's what that represents, okay? So it's awesome energy, beautiful energy of new beginnings trying to happen in your life. And like I say, sometimes it will be up to you to act, and sometimes it will be your job to kind of take a step back and just allow for things to unfold, allow for things to come together, because your overall, so your current energy, your current situation is the Hanging Man. And so your current situation involves kind of you taking a step back, allowing for things to happen, taking a step back to reflect, taking a step back to observe what is going on, to try and figure things out. This can also represent reflection, so receiving information in your dreams or coming to you from your subconscious in any other form, and kind of trying to figure out what that means and where it's coming from and what you're supposed to do with it. The Hanging Man in your current situation may also represent dealing with some delays at this time. And so they're just saying, don't panic over these delays. They are meant to happen. They have a purpose. And rather than panicking, use that time to focus on something positive, to focus on something creative, to visualize yourself succeeding, and so on and so forth, okay? It is crossed by the King of Coins, and this is helping you or hindering you. It can represent help or a challenge for you. So with it being a challenge, for some of you, I feel like you may be a bit impatient. I feel like you may want things to happen a certain way at a certain time. And with the Hanging Man in your current situation, this is just divine timing, okay? So things happen on God's time, not ours. So as a challenge, the King of Coins is just asking you to be patient, okay? Be patient, take it one day at a time, stick to the plan, okay? Plan ahead, potentially. It's just saying that you've invested wisely, allow for things to come together. It's also saying that you've worked so hard for something, and now you've got to the point where there's nothing more that you can do except for allowing for things to come together, okay? For others, you may be experiencing delays in buying a home or delays with a new job, maybe some hiccups in communication happening. maybe delays with someone giving you money, like a loan or mortgage or something like that. But again, everything has a purpose. Try not to push through the energy. Try not to rush anything. Just take it one day at a time, calmly. Learn from every situation that's going on. Put things together and just move in the direction that you're guided to move in. Try not to tell the energy where to take you. Try to allow that energy to push you in the right direction, okay, if that makes sense. And helping you, this could be an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. This person is really good with money. This person may have their own business, or they work with a bank or something like that, and they're trying to help you. That person is working on your behalf, but I do feel like they have a certain pattern to go through. They have certain steps to go through that you may not be aware of at this time, and so that's why things are taking as long as they are. But they're really working on your behalf, trying to get you the money they promised, or trying to get you the support they promised, or the job they promised, okay? In your foundation, we have the Magician, so another major arcana card. With the Magician in your foundation, it talks about the fact that a new beginning is trying to happen in your life. And with the Magician, you have everything you need for this new beginning. It's just knowing how to use your resources. And like I say, that talks about acting when you need to act and allowing for things to happen when you need to step back. The Magician also says, as above, so below. So what you think will happen. So thoughts become things at this time with the Magician. Make sure that you keep everything positive on the constructive side. Visualize yourself succeeding. Visualize yourself in that new job, in that new relationship, in that new place, with your health being okay. Whatever the case may be, visualize yourself in the right situation, in the situation you want to see yourself, because it will happen sooner than you think, okay, with the Magician in your foundation at this time. This is also saying that what is happening now, or what is trying to happen now, you have created with all the work you've been doing, with all your efforts, visualizations, okay, with your faith and confidence, with unwavering faith is what I heard. And so you've started it, okay? You have started the process, and now allow for divine intervention to come in and help you. In your recent past, we have the Four of Cups. And so the Four of Cups represents that unwavering faith that we were talking about. So the Four of Cups represents the fact that you kind of got to a point where you've tried some things and they haven't been working, or things are not working the way you thought they would, or how you would like them to, when you would like them to, and so on and so forth. And it's kind of getting to a complacent place where you just kind of, yeah, whatever, I don't really care anymore, whatever. And it's almost like when you got to that place, when you got to that energy, you receive this new beginning, okay? Because it's, what I feel is, you've been trying to manifest something, trying. You haven't seen results, and you kind of lost your patience, okay? And you said, you know what, whatever, I'm done. And that's when you receive that new beginning, okay? Because this is the Ace of Cups, okay? So that's the hand of God coming at you from the heavens, offering you that new beginning that will fill your heart with joy, okay? That's the Ace of Cups. And so that is how you came about. You've experienced some delays, you've experienced some sacrifices you may have had to make, and it's when you got to that point of, I just don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do anymore to make this work, to make it a happy situation, to make it a happy relationship, to manifest this job, this business, this project, whatever the case may be. And it's when you took that step back and said, you know what, I don't know anymore, that's when divine intervention could come in, okay? So it's a similar energy that you have to kind of be mindful of as you go through the month. In your crowning thoughts, we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands, I feel, is struggling for some of you. Struggling to be patient is what I'm getting. Struggling to wait for things to come together, okay? But again, remember, it's really important that that you are patient, because if you try to push through the energy, you're going to wreck it. If you try to make something happen before it's meant to happen, I feel like you may lose that opportunity altogether. So you're really struggling to remain calm, to remain patient. I feel like you're a very hands-on person and you're used to getting things going. And so now you kind of have to step back and allow for things to happen on their own, because you've done your part. So that may be a bit of a struggle for some of you. For others, I feel like you're thinking about the competition. If you have applied for a job and that's what you're waiting to hear on, I feel like you're afraid. You're thinking about the competition. What if I don't stand out? What if I don't get the job? What if there's other people better than me? Because the Five of Wands represents competitors. It represents being in that tug of war, with someone else. It's not negative energy because no one really gets hurt, but still it's trying to outshine other people, outshine each other. For others of you, the Five of Wands represents anticipation is what I'm getting. I feel like you may have received an offer already, but things are taking their time and drawing up the paperwork and discussing finances and discussing salaries, benefits, and all of that. I feel like they're taking their time processing everything because they're dealing, it's a big company perhaps where they have a lot of red tape to deal with, a lot of bureaucracy to deal with. And with you in your thoughts, it's all about, I wonder what training I'm going to have. I wonder what courses I'm going to have. I wonder if I'm just going to jump in the first day of work or whatever, because you have a lot of plans, a lot of ideas. It's like you're ready to go, but you kind of have to wait. And so that's what you may be struggling with. In your near future, we do have the Lovers. So for some of you, the Lovers is talking about that contract coming to you, okay? So it's talking about if you've been waiting for that final contract or that final draft is what I'm hearing. That's what's coming to you around mid-September. For others, the Lovers represents a Gemini person coming into your life. And I feel that this is someone you've kind of given up on before, okay, with the Four of Cups. And I feel like they're finally coming back around. They've done some thinking. They've done some soul searching. They want to try again. Now, it's completely up to you whether or not you want to let them back in or whether or not you want to give them a second chance. It really depends on your history and what your intuition is telling you. But there is that potential. For others, this is a commitment that you're making. So I do feel like it's something to do with the home, something to do with property, something to do with a new business, committing to a new business, or taking a loan, a business loan of some sort, coming to you in the near future. The source of income, the income you've been waiting on, or support, financial support, government finances, or something like that. I feel like that's what's coming to you around mid-September. In the position representing you, we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is the entrepreneur. And also, he's not the most patient person, okay? So you may be struggling with your patience this month, with being patient. So the King of Wands is someone who's got 1,000,001 ideas. He gets stuff going, okay? He gets all the ideas rolling and then delegates, moves on to the next thing. So he's not the most patient person. The King of Coins is more than okay with taking his time and making sure that everything's okay. As long as it takes, doesn't matter, as long as everything is in order, as long as everything is as it should be. Will take as long, as much time as it needs to, but he's more concerned with things being okay to the smallest detail. King of Wands, it's like he's got the initial idea and he's got the fire behind it, but when it comes to paperwork, let's say, so it's almost like I want to create this business. This is what I want to do, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and we're going to travel the world, and we're going to do that, whatever. And so he's like up in the air thinking about it all. But when it has to get down to business and the paperwork and the setting things up and the dealing with bureaucracy and all of that, he really, loses patience very quickly. And it's like, you know what, you deal with that, I'm going to move on to my next idea. And so this is you this month. This is the entrepreneur in you. This is you having 1,000,000 ideas. This is you wanting things to happen quickly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And it really, I feel it's not going to happen that way for you this month. Okay, remember, Mercury is in retrograde for most part of the month. So you're going to be experiencing some delays, okay? Things are going to be happening for you, moving in the right direction, just at a slower pace than what you would like, okay? So just be mindful of that. And keep yourself busy. Keep yourself busy with creative stuff, with creative ideas, okay? In your environment, we have Temperance. So Temperance is another major arcana card, okay? And it represents balance. It represents calm. It represents harmony. And you see how you've got fire in one plate and water in the other, and you've got the rainbow in between. So your happy place in terms, in other words, the rainbow, your happy place is between all that creative ideas, all that creative energy, and the calm and stillness of the water. Okay, so it's in your environment, you are being divinely guided. It's a very spiritual card. You are being protected is also what I'm hearing, but you have to find a happy medium. You have to find the balance. You have to find the peace, the calm, okay, of acting, in other words, using your fire when you have to, and stepping back using the water energy and allowing things to flow, allowing things to happen. That's in your environment for the entire month. In your hopes and fears, we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords could be a person who has to make a decision. Okay, so you hope that he will make the right decision, he or she, because it's the general reading. This is an air sign person, Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. For some of you, it's the same person that the Lovers talks about, because that's Gemini as well. So you hope to hear back from this person. You hope that this person will come back. So that's what's happening for you, because in your outcome, we have the Six of Wands. So that's your getting your way, being successful, okay? Accomplishing your vision for others is what I hear. So for some of you, this is that Gemini that you've been hoping they would come back, or you've been hoping they would enter your life at this time, because this is soulmate energy with the Lovers as well. For others, the King of Swords is again someone, I feel someone who has to make a decision on something you're working on, so you hope that they will make the right decision. The King of Swords is someone who will always do the right thing, okay, so you don't have to worry about that. He's not corrupt in any way or out for himself in any way, so you can trust him. As a fear, what I'm getting is it's almost like you're afraid that things are going to go cold. It's almost like you're afraid that you've got all these ideas and all this momentum, and you won't be able to use the momentum, and then things are just gonna become stale, okay, is what I'm getting with it being a fear. It can also be that someone you don't want to see come back from the past, you're thinking about them, and hopefully they won't come back or something like that. But you have 3 kings in your reading, so that tells me that you're mastering your craft, you're mastering your business skills, you're mastering your creative skills, you're mastering your work, you're mastering your projects, and your thoughts as well, okay, your thought process. You're trying to be more rational, more logical. This could also represent you with the King of Swords, because it's Libra, okay? So it's almost like you're afraid you're going to push through the energy, or you're afraid that you're going to do something to wreck things. But just, do what you are guided to do. Once again, do what you're guided to do. Remember that your angels are working with you on this, truly. So do your job when it's your job to do something, and then do your job when it's your job to sit back and allow for things to happen. And you're ending the month on a beautiful note. We have the Six of Wands. This is the card of success, triumph, victory, celebration. It is also temporary travel. It's also temporary relocation or visiting someone. It is promotion. It's advancement. It's being successful with whatever you're worried about with that competition. Being successful, getting the job, getting the funding. This is kind of, for some of you, it talks about conquering your fears is what I'm getting. For others, this is having that person enter your life, so you're feeling like you're on top of the world, okay? For others, this is working things out in an existing relationship, or working things out with someone you've been with before, and so that's why you're on top of the world. But it will be on your terms with the Six of Wands. It's your terms, and that's why you're experiencing that sense of success really, really strongly, okay? But whatever you're working towards, please know that towards the end of the month, you will be successful with. You may have to deal with being patient until then, acting when you have to, sitting back when you have to sit back, but things will come together for you by the end of the month. Oh my God, in your career and finance sector, we've got patience. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. So this is really awesome. I just love it when this happens. So you use a bunch of different decks and they say the same thing. I just love it. I get a kick out of it. So patience in your career sector and your financial sector. Things are coming together. Gather information right now with the Hanging Man. Allow for information to come to you. Allow for you to make sense of everything. Study what's going on. Try to understand what's going on. Because the time will come towards the end of the month where you're going to have to act, okay? And your romance sector, we've got finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So for some of you, this just says that you're more focused on your finances and your career at this time than you are on love. For others, this is saying that perhaps you're going to meet someone through work, or perhaps you're going to meet a new person when you change your job, if that's what you're going for. Or for some of you, this could be a boss person that you're dating, okay? A superior that you're interested in, and you're worried or wondering if things are going to come together or not. If that's what you're working towards, with the Six of Wands, I say you've got good chances. It really depends on your individual situations. In your health and well-being, we've got call upon Archangel Raphael for help. Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask for your healing help with whatever it is that you're experiencing. Thank you for your divine healing intervention. So this says just work with Archangel Raphael. Whatever you're dealing with in a health sense, work with Archangel Raphael. You don't have to say or do anything special. You just call upon him, just like the card says. Please help me heal. Please help me with this situation, or help heal this situation, or help heal me or what I'm going through, okay? And he will be there, okay? He can be with all of us all at the same time. You may see a green light, okay, surrounding you, or you may feel a sense of warmth or a sense of comfort. That's how you know that he's there with you. And whatever you're dealing with, this is just saying you're not alone. You don't have to go through it alone. Ask for help. And if you don't want to ask for help from a person, like a doctor or anything like that, ask for Archangel Raphael's help, okay? He will be there for you. And your overall guidance, we have chakra clearing. With Archangel Metatron, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. So they're saying you can do like a chakra meditation this month, like once a week. It doesn't have to be every day. As long as you do something, you know, like a chakra meditation, it would be really useful for you. This is also saying that your chakras are opening up right now, or your higher chakras, or like your crown chakras, your third eye. They're opening up at this time, and so you're going to experience a lot more like spiritual experiences, spiritual situations, or new energies happening. You're going to be able to sense things or just experience things on a different level, okay? If someone's lying to you, you're going to know they're lying. If something bad is about to happen, your gut is going to tell you, you know what, something's wrong here, go away. If something is meant for you, you're going to feel it in your bones, okay? You're going to go, okay, I know this is something that I have to do. You're not going to have proof for it, and it's not going to make sense, but you're going to know that that's what you're supposed to be doing. So they're just saying trust it, and also work on your chakras this month to enhance your intuition, and just focus on your spirituality. They're saying that that's what you can do while you're experiencing these delays, okay? You can focus on your spirituality, and that's going to work out a lot better for you than just doing nothing or worrying about what's going on, okay? So there you have it. That's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again for being here. Thank you so much for all the support and everything that you do to support my work, subscribing, liking, sharing, you know, just watching my videos, commenting. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you've enjoyed this reading. Hope you have a great month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.